Hey you guys, so this is Glamazon Tay and I'm back with a new hair video. Now today I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how I made this wig with this closure. Now when I say this is one of the easiest wigs I've made, this is one of the easiest wigs I've made, and this is good for beginners. Now first thing starting off, you guys, I definitely love how natural this hair is in the curls. And you guys know I normally don't be wearing no black hair, but today, honey, I had to pull out some black hair for the girls because they wanted me to give them that black, okay? So first starting off, you're gonna go ahead and need a wig head. You're definitely gonna need some scissors. You're also gonna need some thread and a needle, as well as some bleaching powder and some developer. I use 40 and 10 to make 30 a little bit. And then I also use Shimmer Light shampoo as well as a brush for application. And also don't forget your aluminum foil for when it gets messy. Now I'm gonna use this wig cap today. This is the dome style wig cap, just because I felt like it would be a little bit more easier and I want it to be more secure. And today, you guys, I'm definitely going to be using ハイr. This is the Indian body wave. It's 4 bundles of 28 inch and it's a 20 inch closure 4x4 as well. And you guys, when I say I haven't had no Indian hair in a long time, but this hair was so soft. Look at the dimensions of the color and it just looks so natural and so pretty. Now the ends of it is a little, you know, something, but I think last time I had Indian hair was like this as well, but I didn't have any shedding really, and you guys see it's just so soft and so luxurious. But let's get into making this wig, baby girl. So first things, I'm gonna go ahead and use a cup and I'm gonna put my developer in it in my bleach, and this is gonna be my mixture to put on the actual closure. Now I want this really thick like cake batter, and I'm actually gonna make it as thick as possible with just a little drip because I don't want it seeping through on the actual closure. But as you guys see, I'm just gonna take my time. I'm not really pushing into it. I'm trying to glide across it, and this is just to bleach the knot so that everything looks a little bit more natural. Now this is me doing it in the sink after doing this for about, you know, about 15 minutes, and then I'm just going to go ahead and rinse that off and wash it with my Shimmer Light shampoo because that helps to tone down a little bit of the brassiness inside of the closure. Now here's my little wig head. This is the actual cap I'm going to be using. You see it's no net on it. This is basically just a regular dome cap. Now you guys see how much more natural my closure looks. Like it looks really good. Now with this, I said it's pretty easy because with the frontal you have to basically measure things out and do things a certain way. But as you guys can definitely tell, this is just, I'm gonna take my closure and actually put it into a little ponytail. So when I do that, it makes it way easier to sew it down so none of the hair is in my way. And when I put it down, I'm basically literally just gonna be laying the closure onto the wig cap as flat and firm as possible. Like it's not like the frontal at all. This is basically laying it flat and firm. Now with me, I've made so many wigs like this. Making closures is pretty easy to me, so I normally don't pin it down. But if you were to pin it down, you're actually going to go ahead and pin it down on each 4 of the corners. So with, like I said, I didn't really have any pins with me at this time, so I just went ahead and did it for what I know. But normally you would just do that and you see you lay it flat, and as when I'm sewing it, you see I'm pulling it because it's just laying flat. Now with this needle, this is one of my sewing needles. I prefer this because it's a little bit bigger, but definitely don't get it twisted. You guys can definitely use a needle from the beauty supply store. They're fairly a little bit more easier just because they're curved for certain people. But I like to go back and forth, and on this side you actually can see where I took the needles and used them as a base to hold the closure down firm because I didn't have T-pins. So that's the only reason I use these needles on this side, because it's holding it down. And with this, I'm actually going to stitch through the elastic band. So when I cut it, I'm going all the way through. So I'm going through all those layers of the band. I'm not going through just the top layer. I'm going through all the layers. Now you see the closure is pretty much flat. It looks really good, and I'm just going to go ahead and put that in a bun so it can stay out of my way. But everything is laying flat. It looks really good, and I am very satisfied with the way it came out. Now with sewing my bundles in, I am going to double up my bundles, and I do sometimes tend to go above the band. Now with this one, if you were to sew where the band is, you wouldn't go through all those layers of the band. You will only go through the top layer, because with the band, it actually has 3 layers. The dome part of the cap, this elastic band, and then it's actually another, you know, layer for the dome cap. But like I said, I'm just going above it, and I kind of start around that area. You can pretty much start it where you want, but that's the way I'd like to do it, and I just keep it going in that U shape, you know. And right now, as you see, I'm going through the top layer of the band. I'm not going through all 3 layers of the band. Now, after doing that repeatedly, it turns out to, like I said, a little U shape, and everything's starting to match up and add up. And like I said, I'm doing double stitching. So basically, I'm going to go ahead and lay both wefts down and stitch it. Now, as I get to the top, I do tend to use only 1 layer of weft, but you know, right around this area is where I stop. This is probably the last one that I do that's going to be 2 things of track being stitched at the same time. And then I like to cut them now. I don't really do too much of the flip over method at the top because it tends to be a little bit bulky. Now I see everything adds up. Everything is basically really tight knit and is sewed all the way to the top of the frontal. So I'm actually going to go ahead and cut through it. Now you guys are going to cut through the whole band, but just be very careful not to mess up your stitching with doing this. And it looks really good. I was really surprised, you guys, because like I said, last time I thought I lost my touch, but baby girl, I'm still here. I'm still doing my thing. Okay, I was like OD feeling myself, right? So after I wash my wig, I just go ahead and wash the whole entire wig. And when I do that, I let it air dry. I never blow dry my wigs unless really need be, but I let it air dry. And this is the look. If you guys want me to show you how I did these beach wave curls or whatever you want to call them, you guys, the volume and all that, then I definitely could do a video on that. But this is how the wig turned out. I'm very pleased and I love it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and the hair details will be in the bio, and I'll see you guys. Mwah.